So that's the question. A man who is committed to a woman, would he say, it's not you, it's me, and I want to leave the relationship? Is that called a commitment?
I would guess not.
No, it's not a commitment.
Okay.
When somebody's committed to something, they stay with it. They stay with it, thick or thin. And so when you say to somebody, okay, well, what about these people that were committed and no longer committed? Well, then, they wouldn't usually say, it's not you, it's me. They would usually have charges against the other person.
Okay.
Well, here's why this commitment isn't working, because there's been violations. Whether the man violated them or whether the woman violated them, there's a violation which I know breaks commitments.
Okay.
Because usually has to be something to break a commitment.
Yeah.
But then again, in a situation like this, where there was never a commitment, that's why the guy's bailing, because she wants to take it to the next level. She wants a commitment or something.
Okay, I see. So they're like at what we would call boyfriend-girlfriend status, and she's looking to elevate that into fiance, husband-wife status. And he's not on board with that for her.
Yeah, and of course that would depend on how people would define that word commitment. Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn, there's no ring, there's no marriage as far as I know. Even though I've still debated, how do you know if they weren't secretly married? How do you know they weren't secretly engaged? How do you know that they don't want, the public to know what they're doing? Because Kurt Russell does not want the public to know who he is and what he's doing. I've seen Kurt Russell many times, refuse to sign autographs and look at people like, do you not realize I've got the right to walk away from you? Do you not realize I've got the right to ignore you completely? Do you know I don't have to tell you my business, and I don't have to tell you anything. He's kind of had that attitude.
Okay.
Where you don't know. And that's why I'm saying I'm going to play a guessing game with him.
The private public person. Yeah,
I'm not going to play a guessing game with him. I want to. I don't want to. I have no need to. But what I am saying is that when a person is committed to someone, the question is a ring really mandatory? Is marriage really mandatory? When you and I both know that there are people that have got the rings and the wedding and their commitment wasn't there. You could even see it at the wedding that there was no real commitment here. Yeah. Cake in the face, throwing the bride in the pool. Is that really a commitment? How would you like it if you were married and your husband threw you in the pool?
Likely not happy about that. If I go in the pool on my own volition, that's one thing.
Would you go in the pool on your own volition on your wedding day?
I don't know.
So you're still undecided. You still need clarity. Yeah, you gotta get this clarity.
It depends what type of wedding we're having.
No, you gotta know in advance everything. You've got to be intentional and deliberate when it comes to relationships. When the door is open, that door stays open to madness. And I'm telling you, your life, your thoughts, your plans for your wedding cannot be an open sewage pipe to where whatever passes through. Whatever the No. Only certain things are allowed to go through your tubing, and that's it. Not anything. And this is why I tell people everywhere, like the people who are intentional, who know what they want, clear on what they want, go after what they want, get it. It's the people in the clouds, the undecisiveness. Well, let's see where it goes. Let's see, it depends on him, depends on the family. I'm telling you, they get swished around like Listerine in a dirty mouth and spit out. Please don't, as a mentor, I am telling you, get rid of that unclear stuff. You'll drive a man nuts with that. You've got to be clear, and you certainly want a man who's clear too. You want a man who's absolutely clear on his values, that he is not going to throw you in no pool. He doesn't even want that.
I don't want to be thrown in the pool. I know that.
Well, but you said a minute ago, likely is either likely or it's
if
not.
If we jump in the pool together.
But see, there's no if we jump in the pool together if your values have been clear. There's no, you don't switch any of that. You don't say, well, my values are clear. I don't want to go into a pool on my wedding day. We'll go into a pool on pool day. But this is my wedding. Okay. This is sacred. I'm here for the holy matrimony of this event. This is not a game. This is not a beach party. This is not silliness. This is not let's, kiss on each other and throw bottles of champagne everywhere. You know that one time I DJ'd a wedding, and here's what happened.